Anybody who's listed under each team, just get them to test the buzzer, make sure it works.
Okay.
And then you can mute your mic on your side in the Hangout, and Ethan will take over from there.
Got it. Okay, so Rebecca?
So reset the buzzer first.
I'm not used to being first.
Okay. Rachel? Mike? Jed? Jean? Travis?
Okay. We have Anne on our team also on the wrong answer pathologies, but her name's not listed. There she is.
There it is. There it is. Okay. Let me go to mute because nobody needs to hear me anymore.
Just like the normal Hangout, top of the Hangout, you scroll up and it should appear the mute button, the microphone button.
I'm just finding the tab. All right. Shoot. Darn. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is.
Excellent. Ethan?
All right. Hello. Welcome to a new year of TPT, and hopefully you're all as excited as I am to get started. Anybody, a quick raise of hands. Is anybody new to TPT this year? Anybody not done this before? All right, Travis, you're new. All right, cool. Well, I will go through the rules just for everybody because it's been a year since we've all played. We've got two really good teams today, so I'm super excited about it. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ethan. I know a lot of you. I've been here with Kaplan for going on 13 years, which seems like a really long time. And I work in your trusty marketing department as a guy who does marketing, innovation, and growth and other fun things. But in a previous life, I was an LSAT instructor and did a lot of other things. So I know we got a lot of LSAT instructors here today. So it's good to see you, and other instructors. Let's see. I used to be, I hold a bunch of records at my high school for Quiz Bowl when I was in high school. And for as cool as that made me in high school, it makes me even cooler now, decades later, to tell people that. I do a lot of competitive trivia on various weekends, so I'm a big trivia fan. I used to be a player of TPT. Now I just crush a lot. And so my playing days are over. My hosting days are here. This is my first match hosting this year, just like it's your first match playing. So I'm going to guess something's going to go a little awry at some point. So bear with me as we start a new season here of TPT. But happy to have our two teams today. We've got on the red side, we've got the wrong answer Pathologies, returning from last year's strong stellar performance, and we've got 5 people not named Stuart Kavinsky. I would say that's probably my favorite name of all of the teams that I've seen this year. So I like the little tongue-in-cheeky of it. What are we doing? So we've got, for Travis, and for those of you who don't remember how this all plays out, the way that this is going to work is we have 2 rounds, our first round and our second round. And each of those rounds will have 6 different categories. Within those 6 categories, there are 5 questions of increasing point values and presumably increasing difficulty. So 30 questions per round. As you buzz in to answer those questions, you will be rewarded with points for answering questions correctly, and you will be penalized points for answering questions incorrectly. Right? So points plus sign, getting it wrong, you will lose points. So there is a penalty for guessing. As we go through those different categories, we'll give you some information about the categories. A new rule this year that you're actually going to have, and I'll explain this a little bit further later, you'll have about 20 seconds to confer with other people on your team, 10 to 20 seconds, I'll give you a little time, to come up with a strategy for how you want to approach it, because we do have a new rule this year for the rest of you who are veterans. The rule this year is now that an individual can answer no more than 2 questions per category. This allows us to make sure that all team members are having a greater chance at participating as we go through the questions in a round. So make sure once you have buzzed in and answered twice within a category, that sort of hands-off buzzers, leave it to the rest of your team to answer questions later. Now, I said there's a little strategy here at the beginning of the category, because we will announce the category's name. You may want to have a member of your team hold off on some of the lower difficulty questions if you feel as though They might be more useful in some of the higher difficulty questions later in the section. Look at, I'm giving you strategy. I'm so helpful as a host. So two questions per category. That's your buzzer limit. If you ring in, so one of the things that also changes is that you cannot confer before answering a question. Those of you who played last year or in previous years, you had the ability on your phone lines to confer with each other before buzzing in. Now, and many of you have played this game for a long time. There's not really a ton of time, so it's not a huge difference this year. But just make sure that you are not communicating over the phone line when we are posing questions this year. Now, you do have an opportunity to confer, but that's only in the case of a steal. So if you don't remember how steals work, if one team rings in, answers the question incorrectly, we'll offer up a chance to steal to the other team. The first team loses points. The other team has the choice to steal or to pass. I will go to the captains. My captains are Chris for the non-Stuarts and Mike on the wrong answer pathologies. So I'll ask you to unmute at in the case of a steal, and to let me know whether you want to answer and provide the answer or pass. You can confer on those steals. Okay. I'll take questions in a minute. Couple other rules. One of the things that many of you will remember, one of our favorites, are surprise substitutions. Occasionally within the game, we will substitute out a question in a round for a question from a completely different category. These are called surprise substitutions. You'll have anywhere from 0 to 4 of these per total game, so don't expect a lot of them. You may see none. But in the case of a surprise substitution, again, it'll work just as normal. Anybody can ring in on these questions. However, those will still count towards your 2-question limit in a category. So just be aware of that. If you ring in a surprise substitution, you still only have one other ring in the original category before that substitution took place. I'll read the questions twice. You will have 10 seconds after I read the question a second time to buzz in. Some of these categories, the clues are going to be very, very short. So be prepared to buzz in quickly. But again, whoever buzzes in first, that person is going to be the person who answers. No mouthing the answers to each other, no conferring over the phone. I will announce your name once you have decided to ring in. And when I announce your name, then you can come off of mute and answer. Please go back on mute after you've answered the question and you've been told whether you're correct or incorrect. Okay, so that was a pretty quick run through on the rules, but a good reminder after last year. Any questions?
Just looks like Ann Peterson has disappeared from the buzzer again.
Yeah, and Dan, I believe that's we need to make sure that you might want to keep it active or something. What's the rule on that?
Yeah, if you're on a mobile device, you want to keep it active. There is a cookie now, so if you do get knocked out of it, you go back to the browser. It should bring you right back to the same game. But it looks like Anne's still there. It's just not showing her as on the front end. So should be fine. And if for whatever reason you have an issue, come off mute onto the microphone and let us know. It's just so much longer, Mike. Onto the microphone, and then we can get you situated. But looks like you're good. Once Russell resets, we should be ready to go.
Awesome. Yes. If you see something today, say something. Again, this is our first run through, so we're not perfect. Other questions? Can you mentally see me counting the 7 seconds?
Good luck to both teams.
Awesome sportsmanship. You don't get any bonus points for that, though. It's cutthroat. All right, let's get started up then. Like I said, I'll announce a category, give you 20 seconds to confer, and then I will announce the first question. Are you ready? Good. First category today is called New York, New York. New York, New York. Take 20 seconds. I hope you have some Big Apple experts on your team. All right, let's start with round one, question one. In the category of New York, New York, again, no conferring as the questions are read or as you buzz in. Question number one for 1 point. Completed in 1931, this structure required 10 million bricks. A true stairmaster would climb its 1,860 steps. Completed in 1931, this, Rebecca from Wrong Answer.
Empire State Building.
The Empire State Building is correct. Good, got some of the nerves out of there. Thanks, Rebecca. Nice work for 1 point. Let's go to the 2-point question in New York, New York. Hands on buzzers. Forget about it. Now a borough, it was incorporated as a village in 1816 with roughly 4,000 residents. Gene.
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn is correct for 2 points. Nice work, Gene. 2 points for our non-Stuarts. Question number 3. Coming at you.
Oh, never mind. I was going to say the buzzer's stuck. Never mind.
Question number 3. In 1754, King's College was founded in New York City. Today it's known as this Ivy League. Mike.
Columbia.
Columbia is correct for 3 points. Nice job, Mike. Question number 4, hands on buzzers. In 1776, after the Battle of this Island, the British retook New York City and held the city until the war's end in 1783. In 1776, after the Battle of this Island, the British retook New York City and held the city until the war's end in Mike.
Manhattan.
Manhattan is incorrect.
Dang it. Sorry, team.
Go ahead and go back on mute. I'll give the other team a chance to steal. I'll reread the question, and then again, we'll have our captain come on off mute to answer. In 1776, after the Battle of this Island, the British retook New York City and held the city until the war's end in 1783. All right, come off mute. Let me know if you want to answer or pass.
We're going to answer Long Island.
Long Island is correct for 4 points.
Long Island.
Long Island, correct for the steal. Nice job. And finally, the 5-point question in New York, New York. Hands on buzzers.
Well, one of our players got booted out. Can we let her come back in?
We'll hold.
Thank you. And got booted out of the room. She says it's going to be like a minute. Do we, Rachel, Rebecca, do you all want to soldier on while we wait for her? Because I'm out. All right. Anne's saying go ahead on.
Okay. We'll continue then. Hopefully get that fixed. And we'll definitely have a pause between the categories at the end of this category. Question number 5, New York, New York. Hands on buzzers. In 1765, Congress met in New York to protest unfair taxes levied under this act. Gene.
Stamp Act.
The Stamp Act is correct for 5 points. All right, nice work. So first round, got some of the nerves out of the way. Looks at the end of the first round, after that big steal on the 4th question, 5 people not named Stuart, 11 points, wrong answer pathologies at 0. Oh, we still got 5 more rounds in the first, or 5 more categories in the first round. And so as we get prepared for category number 2, I'll give you the category title. Welcome back.
Yeah, Rachel.
The category for our second category is cats. Cats. Interestingly, fun fact, I'm going to a cat birthday party later today. My friend who's a cat is turning 1 today.
You've got to be kidding me.
Ha! Good kitten joke. I like it. You should write my jokes for me, Gene. Category number 2, cats. Take about 5 more seconds. All right, here we go. 1-point question in the category of cats. Hands on buzzers. The Korat breed from Thailand is usually this color of some Olympic medals. The Korat breed from Thailand is usually, Mike.
Silver.
Silver is correct. You picked the right medal. Nice job for 1 point. 2-point question coming up in cats. Hands on buzzers. The mass killing of cats in the 14th century helped spread this disease. Mike.
Bubonic plague.
Bubonic plague is correct. That's 2 for you, eh? All right. Question number 3 in cats. 3 points. Hands on buzzers. Go ahead and reset the buzzer too for us, Russell. Thank you. 3-point question. The fact that a cat can land upon its feet without injury gave rise to this numerical concept. Rebecca.
Cats have 9 lives.
9 lives is correct. Nice job for 3 points. 4-point question coming up. Cats. Meow. Here we go. Short-haired cats were derived from the Caffre cat, which was domesticated by this ancient civilization. Reread that. Gene.
The Egyptians.
The Egyptians are correct. Nice job. Egypt. And finally, for 5 points, the big point question here in cats. This Asian-named cat is produced by mating Siamese and longhairs and then selectively breeding them. Rebecca.
Himalayans.
The Himalayan is correct. That was a triple stumper on Jeopardy. Nice job knowing your cat breeds. That's 5 points on the Himalayans. Go ahead and put yourself back on mute. We've got a tighter game. Nice job in the category of cats. You wrong answer pathologies, know your cats. The score is now 15 for 5 people not named Stuart, to 11 for wrong answer pathologies. 4 more categories to go. Let's jump into category number 3. Again, I'll give you some time. Category 3 is children's authors. Children's authors. Not children who are authors. Maybe, but children's authors. All right, first question coming up. Children's authors, 1 point. Hands on buzzers. This former California First Lady's What's Heaven was inspired by the death of her grandmother, Rose Kennedy. Anne.
Maria Shriver.
Maria Shriver is correct for 1 point. Nice job. A little stressful on the spot there, eh? 2-point question coming up in children's authors. Hands on buzzers. This Wizard of Oz author, Gene.
Baum.
L. Frank Baum is correct for 2 points. Nice job. 3-point question, children's authors. Hands on buzzers. In addition to the Goosebumps series, he's also written Mike.
Stein.
Stein is correct for 3 points. R.L. Stein. You all know your kitty lit. That's cats and kitty. Oh, I see what they did. Anyway, question number 4. Question number 4 for 4 points. Hands on buzzers. His widow, Felicity, said he would have loved the new Charlie and the Chocolate Factory movie. Gene.
Roald Dahl.
Roald Dahl. Nice job for 4 points. And the last question of the category, 5-point question. Hands on buzzers. Among her Among her famous characters are Ramona Quimby and Henry Huggins. Mike.
Cleary.
Beverly Cleary is correct for 5 points. Nice job. And just like that, we are tightening up to a 1-point game. The end of 3 categories. The score is 5 people not named Stuart, 21 to the wrong answer pathologist. I'm going to trip over that every time. 20.
Well, you can call us WAPs or Mike's Harem, whichever you prefer.
Probably one of those, not the other. Let's go to category number 4. Category number 4. I'll give you a few seconds to get ready for it and discuss amongst yourselves. Next category is called Judy. 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 That's all I got. Got it. Okay. Let's get started up. Question number 1. No more conferring. Hands on buzzers. 1-point question in Judy. Her losing the Oscar for 1954's A Star is Born was called the biggest and.
Judy Garland.
Judy Garland is correct for 1 point. Nice work. Windows there. 2-point question coming up in Judy. 2 points. Hands on buzzers. Got a tie game. This is important. As Judy, this 1980 title character, Goldie Hawn said, and I mean, look at this place. The Army couldn't. Mike.
Private Benjamin.
Private Benjamin is correct for 2 points. Nice work. You know your Goldie Hawn movies. Question number 3 coming up in Judy. Hands on buzzers. Judy Reyes was on staff at Sacred Heart Hospital as nurse Carla Espinoza and.
Scrubs.
Scrubs is correct. Didn't have to get too far into that one. As Carla Espinoza on this Zach Braff sitcom, Scrubs is correct for 3 points. 4-point question coming up in Judy. Hands on buzzers. From 1984 to 1992, Judith Light and Tony Danza struggled over this gene.
Who's the boss?
Over this sitcom question, who's the boss is correct. Nice job for 4 points. Mona was the boss. We all know Mona was the boss. Come on. Question number 5, 5 points in Judy. Hands on buzzers. She hit the top 40 in both 1975 and 1977 with Send in the Clowns. Gene.
Collins, Judy Collins.
That is correct for 5 points. Nice job. Judy Collins, 5 points. That puts you back up into the lead. And at the end of 4 categories in round 1, our score is 30-26. The Stuarts ahead of the WAPs. We'll call you. All right. Category number 5. Again, I'll give you a little bit of time to chat about it. Category 5 is Angel. Angel. All right, question number 1 in the category Angel. No more discussing. Question number 1. Capelli d'Angelo is an Italian food term for a type of this. Capelli, Mike.
Pasta.
Pasta is correct. Angel hair, Capelli d'Angelo. Just got back from Italy on Sunday. It was quite a nice trip. I ate a lot of pasta. That's 1 point for you all. 2-point question coming up in Angel. Hands on buzzers. That every soul has one of these is not an article of faith, but St. Jerome says it is Gene.
A guardian angel.
A guardian angel is correct for 2 points. That every soul has one of these is not an article of faith, but St. Jerome says it is the mind of the church. Guardian angel. So for 2 points. 3-point question. Angel. The song with this first line notes, peace on earth and mercy mild. The song with Rebecca.
Angels we have heard on high.
That is incorrect. We'll go ahead and penalize you on that one. Make sure to go back on mute. And I'll hand it over to the other team. You can choose to pass or to steal. I can read the question.
We're going to answer.
Okay.
We're going with Hark the Herald Angels Sing.
Hark the Herald Angels Sing is correct for 3 points. That is the first line of the song. Good job on the steal. 6-point swing. Still a lot more questions to go. 4-point question in Angel. Hands on buzzers. Pie Jesu, sung by this young Welsh lass with the voice of an angel, has sold Anne.
Oh, Charlotte Church.
Charlotte Church is correct. Nice job for 4 points. Who has sold millions worldwide. The young Welsh lass, Charlotte Church. don't know how young she is now, but whatever. Not me to say. 5-point question in Angel. Hands on K buzzers. Well, I guess not K buzzers, regular buzzers. Hands on buzzers. 5 points. It's the title of Tony Kushner's Pulitzer-winning Gene.
Great play, Angels in America.
It is a great play. Angels in America.
Great HBO series too.
It was really good. Angels in America is correct. 5 points. Nice play on that category. 5 people. The score is now 40 for the non-Stuarts to 28 for the WAPs. We got one last 1 point to 5 point question round here in our initial round 1. And this final category is That's My Ma. Ma in quotation marks, meaning that the letters M-A in that order, Ma, will appear somewhere in the answer. What did I say? Somewhere in the answer. Okay. Take a few seconds. A few more seconds. And here we go with question number 1 in That's My Ma. Oh, wait. We can't do question number 1 in That's My Ma because it's a surprise substitution. So, surprise substitution, surprise substitution, surprise substitution. The dancing taco indicates that we have a different question. Probably a phrase you didn't expect to hear today. But the dancing taco does mean that we have a surprise substitution. So we're going to have one question come from a completely different category. Remember, this still counts towards your total buzzing for that category. That's my ma. But the category for this one surprise substitution, taco-based question, not about tacos, is 20th century USA. 20th century USA. And we've got one 1-point question here in 20th century USA. Hands on buzzers. In 1903, this state got title to the Everglades and started to draw up Jed.
Florida.
Florida is correct for 1 point. Got title to the Everglades and started to draw up drainage plans. Good old Florida question. Nice job for 1 point. All right, back to That's My Ma. Again, category, you'll find the letters M-A in that order in the answers. We're going to go to the 2-point question now that we got the surprise substitution out of the way. 2-point question, hands on buzzers. In 1758, Ben Franklin issued his last publication of this annual. Mike.
Poor Richard's Almanac.
Poor Richard's Almanac is correct for 2 points. Have we even missed a question here yet today? Man, it's pretty good.
I have missed a question.
But I think somebody else got it right? Anyway, let's keep going. Question number 3, 3 points in Ma. Hands on buzzer. A doctor who specializes in the treatment of skin diseases. Anne.
Dermatologist.
A dermatologist is correct for 3 points. Nice job finding the ma. Almanac. Dermatologist. All right, question number 4. Hands on buzzers. A puzzling occurrence or a German-built Gene?
Enigma.
You got it on the first clue. Nice job. Enigma. A puzzling occurrence or a German-built enciphering machine is the Enigma for 4 points. Way to go. And finally, 5-point question, hands on, buzzers, big points. Last question of the round. Ma. The 6-letter term for respect or reverence paid or rendered. Gene.
Homage.
Homage is correct for 5 points. Another strong round for 5 people not named Stuart. That ends the first, or another good category, ends the round with a 50-33 scoreboard. 5 people not named Stuart, 50. Wrong answer, Pathologies, 33. But good work across this. That's a lot of points. All right, take a quick stretch break. Get ready for round 2. Shake it out. We got 6 more categories. And who even knows what they're going to be? Well, I know what they're going to be, but you're going to find out what they're going to be. Usually when I was teaching LSAT classes, at the midpoint in the class, I would have a Backstreet Boys dance party with my students, but I don't have that queued up, so we're not doing that today. We're just going to move on. Okay, round two. First category, take a few seconds to deliberate with your team. Our category for round two, category one, is rivers. 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 Flowing bodies of water.
The nice thing about this category is it's always current.
Because it's a river. That's the joke. All right, rivers. Question number one, 1 point, hands on buzzers. Let's start, or 2 points, sorry, 2 points. No, 2 points now. Question number one, worth 2 points. Its upper part runs clear. It clouds up near Great Falls, Montana, and gets muddier from there. Its upper part runs clear. Rebecca.
The Missouri.
The Big Muddy. Missouri is correct. Great job for 2 points. Let's keep going with rivers. We got a 4-point question in rivers. It's fed by the Hezbani River in Lebanon and by the Banias in Syria. Gene.
The Jordan River.
The River Jordan is correct for 4 points. Nice job, Gene. Let's keep going with rivers. Rivers for 6 points. GE acknowledges that in the 20th century, it dumped, Mike.
The Hudson River.
The Hudson River's correct. That was pretty quick on that.
Bank on that.
Yeah, that's impressive. You can bank on it. Man, just puns left and right. The Hudson River's correct. GE acknowledged that it dumped PCBs into this river around Troy. It was a triple stumper on the show. I'm not sure why. But nice job. That was 6 points. 8 points. 8 points coming up. Rivers. Hands on buzzers. The 3-letter name of the British river on which Oxford's rival university, Anne.
The Cam River?
The Cam River is correct. Oxford's rival university is located on the Cam, think about it, river. Also triple stumper on the show. So nice work there for 8 points. And the big 10-point question. 10 points, 10 points, 10 points. Candido Rondon, great name, found the River of Doubt, now the Rio Roosevelt, which flows in this country's Amazonas state. Gene.
Brazil.
Brazil is correct. You kind of get to the end of that clue, right? Before it would come together. But Candido Rondon and the River of Doubt, the Rio Roosevelt, is in Brazil. Great job for 10 points. And that concludes the great category of rivers. Category number 2 is sitcom supporting characters. Sitcom supporting characters. A good TV category. Take 20 seconds. Oh, and notice that we've got a pretty close game here. Still anybody's game. 64-49 for the non-Stuarts over the wrong answer pathology. All right, discussions are ended. Let us start with sitcom supporting characters. This is why I'm laughing. Rock Me, Ann B. Davis. Rock Me, Ann B. Davis. Ms. D. Mike.
The Brady Bunch.
The Brady Bunch is correct. Nice job. That's literally in the clue. I did not want to turn Rock Me Amadeus into Rock Me Ann B. Davis. Ms. D played housekeeper Alice Nelson on this sitcom from 1969 to 1974. Nice job for 2 points there. 4-point question in sitcom supporting characters, hands on buzzers. On this sitcom, Oscar Nunez played Oscar, Creed Bratton played Creed, and Travis.
The Office.
The Office is correct for 4 points. Creed Bratton played Creed, Angela Kinsey played Angela, and Rainn Wilson played Dwight. 6-point question, sitcom supporting characters, hands on buzzers. This sitcom's Niles said, I have a session with my multiple person, Chris.
Frasier.
Frasier is correct for 6 points. Nice job. It's a good quote, though. I have to read it. Niles said, I have a session with my multiple personality. If I'm late, he can just talk amongst himself. Classic Niles. I love Frasier. All right. I thought it was funny. 8-point question coming up in sitcom supporting characters. Hands on buzzers. You could enjoy Randy, Crabman, or even Willie. Go ahead, Gene.
My name is Earl.
My name is Earl is correct. Nice fast buzzing in there. Randy Crabman and even Willie the One-Eyed Mailman on this NBC show. Nice job for 8 points. And again, big 10-point question. Sitcom supporting characters, hands on buzzers. This one's going to go quick. One of the many supporting folks on this animated show, student Ralph Wiggum said, Anne.
The Simpsons.
The Simpsons is correct for 10 points. Which quote do you think it is? Me fail English? That's impossible. One of the best ones. All right. Nice job, sitcom supporting characters. That was 10 points on the last question. Brings us to 82 for the non-stews, to 61 for wrong answer pathology. Stuart gets so much love in this round. We've got our third category of round 2, so only 4 categories left. So if you're looking for the comeback, wrong answers, might be a time to get the right answers, right? Category number 3, so 4 left. This is category 3. It's De Gaulle of Dat Guy, and spelled De Gaulle. A category about Charles de Gaulle. I have a degree in French culture, so that would be okay here. I'd wait for the 4 and 5 questions. I'm kind of a big deal. Here we go. 2-point question in De Gaulle of Dat Guy. Hands on buzzers. The was for this February to December 1916 battle, begun as a surprise attack in which Charles de Gaulle fought. The was for this February to December. Mike.
Verdun.
Verdun is correct. It's 2 points for Charles de Gaulle. De Gaulle of Dat Guy. All right. 4-point question in De Gaulle. In 1965, de Gaulle won the presidency by defeating this socialist, later France's leader from 1981 to 1995. Anne.
Francois Mitterrand.
François Mitterrand is correct for 4 points. Way to know your French presidents. 6-point question coming up in De Gaulle. De Gaulle of Dat Guy. Hands on buzzers. De Gaulle's June 18th, 1940 broadcast in this city asking for France's leadership led to a death sentence in a French court. De Gaulle's Mike.
Vichy?
Vichy is incorrect.
Dang it. Sorry, boys and girls.
We'll take away 6 points from wrong answer, and we'll put it over the other team. I'll reread the question one more time here for you all. De Gaulle's June 18th, 1940 broadcast in this city asking for France's leadership led to a death sentence in a French court.
We are going to steal, and we're going to go with London.
London is correct. Nice job. I actually just heard something about that the other day because the new French, Emmanuel Macron, the new French president, speaks English rather fluently. They were talking about de Gaulle in his London broadcast. London is correct. Big steal there of 6 points, 12-point swing all in all. But don't worry, we still have 2 more questions about de Gaulle. I know you're excited. 8-point question coming up in Charles de Gaulle. Hands on buzzers. De Gaulle wanted a small mobile army versus static theories like this defensive line named for a minister of war. De Gaulle, Rebecca.
Maginot.
Maginot is correct. The Maginot line for 8 points. Way to know your lines. Got nothing else there. 10-point question. 10-point question coming up. Hands on buzzers. Big question. In 1925, de Gaulle was promoted to the staff of the Supreme War Council by this marshal. In 1925, Anne.
Marshal Pétain.
Marshal Pétain is correct. Nice job for 10 points. That really narrows the game up. It is now 88 to 79. 3 categories left to go. Our 4th category in this round is literary locales. Literary locales. So let me explain a little bit about that as you're talking. I will give you a book and the year it was published. You have to tell me the present day country where that book takes place. Okay. I'll give you just the title and the year it was published. You tell me the country, present-day country, in which it takes place. All right, let's get started up. 2-point question, literary locales. I'll give you the first title and year. You ring in once you're ready. The Treasure of the Sierra Madre, 1927. The Treasure of the Sierra Madre, 1927. Rebecca.
California.
California is incorrect. Take away 2 points.
It's Mexico.
Make sure you go back on mute, and we'll give the other team a chance to steal. Again, Treasure of the Sierra Madre, 1927.
We're going to go ahead and steal and say Mexico.
Mexico is correct for 2 points. Good steal. Treasure of the Sierra Madre. Again, present-day country, just as a heads up for the rest of the questions here. 4-point question in literary locales. Hands on buzzers. Steppenwolf, 1929. Steppenwolf, 1929. That's the year. Mike.
Germany.
Germany is correct for 4 points. Nice work. Question number 3 for 6 points. Walkabout, 1959. Mike.
Australia.
Australia is correct for 6 points. Nice job, Mike. 8-point question. Coming up, literary locales. The Jewel in the Crown, 1960. Gene.
That's India.
India is correct. Another triple stumper on the show, but nice work for 8 points. And finally, for 10 points, The Stranger, 1942. Gene.
I know, Algeria.
Algeria is correct for 10 points. Nice job. A lot of people, I think, would say France, maybe. I don't know, but it's Algeria. Nice work. All right, so that's literary locales. Pretty quick category. We got 2 categories left to go. Scores now 108 to 87. Still anybody's game. 2 categories left to go. Our next category, to give you a few seconds to think about it, is title ballet women. Title ballet women. Very niche knowledge that you might have about title ballet women. All right. Let's go with the 2-point question. Title, ballet, women. Hands on buzzers. 1949 saw the first ballet version of this operatic Bizet work that features Don Jose and a toreador. 1940, Mike.
Carmen.
Carmen is correct. Nice job for 2 points. 4-point question coming up in title, ballet, women. The evil priest Frollo wants Esmeralda, but she is saved by him. The evil priest Frollo, Gene.
Quasimodo.
Quasimodo is correct. Esmeralda is saved by Quasimodo.
Could we hold on just for 1 second? We may have a conference line problem.
Okay.
Hey, sorry about that. The conference line was starting to be joined by the next blue team for the match in 8 minutes. So we had to just let them know to sit back or leave for a second.
Right. And red team, if you run into the same thing, hopefully you can do that. But we'll try to knock out these last 8 questions as quickly as possible or within the time that we have. Question number 3 for 6 points in title ballet women. Hands on buzzers. Margot Fontaine was able to rest her tootsies laying down as Princess Aurora in this ballet. Rebecca.
Sleeping Beauty.
Sleeping Beauty is correct for 6 points. Nice job. 8-point question. Title ballet women. This Kenneth Macmillan ballet, intrigued with the curious story of the last of the 4 daughters of Tsar Nicholas. Anne.
It's Anastasia.
That is correct for 8 points. Anne knows Anastasia. You're all pretty good in title ballet women. Who knew? 10-point question, title ballet women. Hands on buzzers. This Greek gal falls for her stepson, Hippolytus, in a ballet. Gene.
Phaedra.
Phaedra is correct for 10 points. Nice job. Another triple stumper on the show. I don't know who these people were on this specific day, but you all are beating them pretty well. Last category, 122 to 103. The non-stews are up. Still enough points left to be had in this last category, though. Let's see how it goes. The last category is crossword clues C, in quotation marks. I'll give you a crossword clue. The correct answer will begin with C, and I'll give you the number of letters in the crossword clue. Okay.
Can you clarify? Is it the letter C or the word C or one of
the
the
letter
words?
C.
Okay.
This one. I don't know which way it works. But yeah, so I'll give you the number of letters. I'll give you the clue, and you tell me what the answer. It will begin with C, the letter C. 2-point question. Delaware or Virginia in the 1760s, 6 letters. Jed.
Colony.
Colony is correct for 2 points. 4-point question, crossword clues C. Hooded cape for a monk, 4 letters. Mike.
Cowl.
Cowl is correct for 4 points. 6-point question coming up. A reddish brown horse, 8 letters. Mike.
Chestnut.
Chestnut is correct for 6 points. 8-point question, crossword clue C. Slide Mountains range. Gene.
Catskills.
Catskills is correct. 9 letters. Catskills for 8 points. And the final question for 10 points. The Muse of History, 4 letters. The Muse and
Cleo.
Cleo is correct for 10 points. That was a pretty impressive game. I cannot think of a question that went unanswered in it. 132 to 123. Nice job, 5 people not named Stuart. Nice job, wrong answer, Pathologies. I think this matchup is going to probably come back later again in this tournament. You're both very amazing teams. Nice job today.
Nicely done, y'all. Thank you. Thank you, Ethan.
Hey, happy
Good
to be
game,
here.
everybody.
And who was doing the scoreboard? I can't remember who that
Thanks,
was.
Ethan. Thanks, Russell.
Yeah,
Thank
no
you all,
problem.
Russell. Thank you all very much.
Join us for
Thanks.
the
Nicely played.
Thank you, Ethan
Very-
and Russell.
very
Great game,
well
everybody.
organized.
Good job,
Again,
everybody.
sweet.
Thanks.
See you all. Join us for the doubleheader next. Bye.